Hello everyone, welcome to Asha Coding. I am Asha Satik. Today we are going to learn what is black formatting context. Okay, let us go to the class. What is black formatting context? Black formatting context is a mini layout system. This aligns the black boxes and it is a secondary black formatting context. What is primary? It is a initial black formatting context. So black formatting context is a secondary layout system. It is basically used for to include the floated elements within the parent. Floated elements within the parent. I repeat, what is black formatting context? Black formatting context is a mini layout system. This generates a basic coordinate points, and it is basically used for the to include the floated elements within the parent. Okay, let us go to the class. We create a container. Within container, we create a floated element, and then we create within content, we create some text notes. We give dimensions to the floated element. We give color to differentiate with the parent and the remaining elements. This is the floated element and the content are still in the normal document flow. Now we make the class float as a floated element. Now we see the difference. The floated element leaves the normal document flow and the following black level element, that is class content, goes over the floated element, but the inline contents text nodes never go beyond the floated element. They are just aligning. They are just aligning nearer to the floated element. Now you give some margin. This margin, the floated elements margin is also obeyed by the inline elements. Now the floated elements left the normal document flow. To include the floated element, we have create a different and secondary black formatting context mini layout system. We have to create a mini layout system to include the floated element. How you can do? The container is the parent element of floated element and the content element. Now we include flow root. The flow root includes the floated element. Now you see, even though the floated element not never leave the container. The container also include the floated element side. This is the black formatting context. What is the difference between without black formatting context and with the black formatting context? Without black formatting context, the floated element leaves the normal document flow. Without black formatting context, the floated elements leaves the normal document flow. With the black formatting context, the floated elements is also included in the container. It's also included in the parent element. This is the difference. You see, using display flow root created the black formatting context. Now the container act as a black formatting context. It is a secondary formatting context. Now this is the parent of the class float and class content. Now the container element created a black formatting context. Okay. Using display flow root or overflow hidden, these all properties creates black formatting context. Display inline black is also create a black formatting context. Okay. Now we learn how parent element create black formatting and its child floated element can be handled. Now we see what if the sibling element create a black formatting context. You see, the content is a sibling element. Content is a sibling element to the floated element. If the black format content is created in the sibling element, what will happen? Without black formatting, the sibling element background overflowed the floated element. You see, the gray color of the content element goes beyond the floated element, but inline content text nodes never goes beyond the floated element. You see now the content element act as a black formatting context. The content element act as a black formatting context. So it does not goes beyond the floated element. It just away from the floated element, but it obeys the floated element's margin also. It's obey this floated element margin also. You see the difference with and without floated element, with and without black formatting context. Now the content of the content element goes beyond the background color goes beyond the floated element. Now the background color of the content element never goes beyond the floated element, because here is the difference. Here the content and the floated elements, the content element creates black formatting context by using the display flow root layout methodology. We see what if the parent element create black formatting context, what if the sibling element create the black formatting context. Even though the black formatting context, the floated elements margin is also obeyed and sensed. Okay, now we see what is the other useful purpose. We have created a black level element. Now you can see what is happened. We have created two black level elements. One is red, another one is green, and you see there is a margin top and margin bottom. Margin top of red element is 10, margin bottom of red element is 10, and the margin top of the green element is 10, margin bottom of green element is 10. Here you see there is only one 10 pixel difference away from the red and the green. Then what is the uses of margin bottom 10 of red, margin top of green? Because there is a margin collapse. The margin bottom of red and margin top of green are collapsed, are merged, because these two elements are still in the initial black formatting context or normal document flow. So when we create a black formatting context and we include the second element class 2 within the newly created black formatting context, what will happen? Now the green element is included in the container parent. Now the green element is included in the container parent. The container parent is made to create a new black formatting context by using the display property value flow root. Now you can see the green and red element is away 20 pixel because the red element gives margin bottom 10 pixel. The green element gives margin top 10 pixel. Totally 20 pixel away. Why this happen? Why it does not happen before? Because before margin and red element are still in the normal document flow or initial formatting. Now the green element and red element are different black formatting context. Red element still in the normal document flow or initial black formatting context. Green element it is included in the secondary black formatting context or black formatting context. So there is a difference in the black formatting context. So this there is no non margin collapse, though there is no margin collapse. Okay, I hope you have understand the what is black formatting and what are the uses of the black formatting context. Black formatting context is a secondary black formatting context is a secondary layout system in the CSS. It is a mini layout. It creates local coordinating points. Okay, with the parent, it is main purpose is to include the floated element within the container within the parent. Black formatting context is main purpose for to include the floated elements within the parent, and the black formatting context discharge does not allow the margin collapse. Okay, I hope you have understand the black formatting context. We will see in the next class. Thank you.